Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And first, for the very first time, we are sponsored. We have a sponsor, gayrealestate.com. And today we are here with Mike Findlay-Agnew of Rising Fox in Scotland. How are you?
I'm good, Matt. I'm really good. Counting down to my holidays. I'm off to sunny Spain on Monday. I'm leaving Scotland for warmer climates, and I'm going to Palma in Spain on Monday, so I cannot wait. How are
Ah,
you?
yeah, I'm good. You're tricky to nail down because you're always all over the place. And we'll
Yeah,
have a
I've,
chance to chat about it a little bit about what you've been up to here.
I've done a fair bit of travel. Absolutely, yes. Always on the move.
But you're kind of the Renaissance man there in terms of and you wear multiple hats in the LGBT space. But you're a writer, you're an activist, and the activism side I know is very strong on, and especially a lot of the things you're posting online. But in addition, you're a transformational life and career coach, and so you've kind of got these multiple worlds. But I'm sure that you're able to kind of bring those together.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do wear multiple hats. I'm a charity non-profit CEO by day, work in the homelessness sector, but I also do coaching, which is really what I've come on to speak about, plus writing as well, and some training. I've been doing a lot of training over the month of Pride for organizations that maybe don't know about LGBTQ plus awareness. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. But you were just out here in New York as well. There was this entire conference that you were heavily involved with, the Gay Coaches Alliance conference.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, what a phenomenal experience. I hadn't actually been to the US in 20 years. And then in May time, I traveled over to upstate New York to a place called Easton Mountain, which is a beautiful retreat in the countryside, rolling hills with a temple. And there was 45 guys, 45 gay guys got together for 3 days. And we had a professional conference, which was looking at coaching and what coaching can provide the LGBTQ plus community. And it was a phenomenal event. I was quite nervous coming over because I didn't know too many people. And like I say, I hadn't been in the US for quite a while, but I absolutely loved the experience. It was great.
Are you all fast friends now and staying in touch?
We are, and actually last night we had a meetup. So the Gay Coach Alliance, we meet on a monthly basis and we
Yeah.
have calls, and it's all about exploring new models in coaching. And I'm going to return next year because I enjoyed it so much.
Wow.
But for me, this year's experience fulfilled an ambition because I managed to do a 90-minute presentation in my kilt in Scottish dress and Jimmy Somerville t-shirt on as well because I'm a massive Jimmy Somerville fan, and he speaks
Yeah.
to me because he's Scottish as well, obviously.
We do what we can to stand out.
Absolutely. Another
But
Scottish gay guy. What's the not to love?
but this year you presented as well. What was your presentation about?
Yeah, so my presentation was called Queering Our Mind in Coaching. So rather than clearing our minds in coaching, and
Yeah.
it was really looking at the mental health aspect of life and career coaching for the LGBTQ population. So
Yeah.
we know from evidence that us LGBTQ folk don't necessarily have the best time when it comes to our mental health. So we suffer from shame and various disadvantages in life. So I was looking very much at what does coaching do to help improve people's lives and their aspirations. And what I did before the conference in preparation was a number of interviews with coaches throughout the world who are in this space, particularly for queer clients.
Yeah.
And where there was a lot of findings from that I talked through. So yeah, it was a really, really great experience.
Nice. But that really ties into your overall coaching. I know that even online you've stated helping LGBTQ people to rise in their confidence, especially with the
Yeah,
business name Rising Fox. But
Rising Fox.
did
Yeah.
that all did you were you able to bring all that together?
Yeah, absolutely. And just to give you a bit of an insight, the kind of work that I do with clients is around some people have issues with kind of self-acceptance and shame when it comes to their sexuality. So I'll work through that with them. Other clients come in very much going, I need a career progression, guidance and pathway. But often 2, 3 sessions into it, you're talking more about personal stuff. I had one client recently, a gay guy who was not very sure about his own identity within the LGBT community. He knew he was gay, but he couldn't relate to other gay guys. And we went on a journey together, working together, and now he's joined the gay running team. He's involved in pride events. He's really got a different perspective on his life, which is great
Yeah.
to see.
Wow. But then shifting gears on the activism side, I think it's fascinating that you're the CEO of the International Network of Street Papers, and
Yes.
so I've even noticed that not only through that, but through other things, you really focus on not just poverty and homelessness, but also LGBT homelessness as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And recently I wrote an article about LGBTQ plus homelessness. It's a huge issue for our community because a
Yeah.
lot of people are estranged from their families and friends. So therefore the likelihood of homelessness is greater. Yeah, and the Dayroll, the international network of street papers, we represent all newspapers, magazines sold by homeless people internationally. So during Pride Month, we have had a bit of an LGBTQ plus focus because of that very issue. So it's really about telling those powerful stories through journalism.
Yeah. No, I love that. And that's where I think that you bring a lot of your different worlds together through your social media outreach, because that's how I stand on top of and in touch with you. But also I noticed like on Twitter and so forth, you when you had that article, it was with Openly, and you were able to
Yes.
kind of like pull that all together, and it really spoke to me.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, Matt. Yeah, Openly's Thomson Reuters Foundation's LGBT focused news platform. And
Yeah.
obviously we live in quite a saturated media environment with a lot of false news and false information. But I'm really pleased that Openly's out there providing the LGBTQ plus community and those interested in it with factual information, which is why for me it was a privilege to write from my own perspective around the homelessness side of things. Really important.
It's fantastic. Well, mostly I'm looking forward to next year when you are out here doing the second round of your conference. I'm hoping I'm in town and available. I would love to find a way to meet up in the real world with you.
Yeah, that would be great. So I've already planned to go back.
Yep.
I might be taking my mother and my husband, so we'll come as troops. And the Stonewall Inn. Let's grab a pint at the Stonewall Inn. I had a great time with a friend there this time round, where we walked in and we bumped into a Scottish actor, believe it or not.
No
So we were
way.
sitting there going, "This is like a mini Scotland reunion in the Stonewall Inn." And
Yeah.
then I went to the bar, and the woman sitting in a stool I'm connected with through Twitter. She's a Glasgow writer and journalist. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's from my hometown. So
You
all
Scott,
Scottish roads lead to the Stonewall Inn in New York.
you Scottish people are everywhere. You're like tucked away and hidden. We don't even know you're there until you start talking.
Exactly. I know for a small country, we tend to get everywhere in the world.
I love that. Well, again, thanks for being here and sharing a bit of your story with our audience. And again, look forward to connecting.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
You too. Take care.